Today is client review session number 8. We will be going over several vocabulary words from that session, some words that can be tricky to pronounce in American English, and some practice sentences so that you can practice pronouncing them in sentences. If you would like to have a personalized accent coaching session with me, please go to my website, clarityaccent.com, and make an appointment there using the calendar link there. Also, if you would like to just email me a short sample of your speech, I'm willing to use that here on this YouTube channel. So let's get started. First of all, we have the words indicators and successful. So indicators, indicators. Make sure you put your syllable stress on the first syllable. Indicators, indicators. And that ORS at the end is pronounced like an ERS. Well, actually an ERZ, right? Indicators, indicators. And then the word successful, successful. That part in the middle where there's two C's, it's going to sound like a K and an S. One C sounds like a K and one C sounds like an S. So successful, successful. And that full on the end of the word, make sure you just lift your tongue up for that L and hold it there for a second and let go. Successful, successful. The sentence is, indicators point to a successful fourth quarter. Again, indicators point to a successful fourth quarter. Next word, cooler, cooler. Cooler. Make sure you get your long U sound for cooler. It's spelled with an O-O, but we want to make sure we say it with a long U. Cooler. And don't throw it away. Like, make sure that that vowel syllable there is stressed. Cooler, cooler. And September, September, September. So short E in the first syllable, sept, ember, ember. That E in the middle is more like a short I when we say it. You might hear someone pronouncing it September when they are speaking slowly, but typically it's more like September, 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 with the syllable stress on that second syllable. So in a sentence, these words would sound like, it should be cooler outside in September. And faster. It should be cooler outside in September. It should be cooler outside in September. Next word, resiliency, resiliency. So that E is a re or a re. It's not a stress syllable, so it's going to be kind of a throwaway vowel. Resiliency, that's what we're going to stress, the second syllable. Resiliency. And it's ill, with a short I-L. And that S is pronounced like a Z. Resiliency. So that I, that L-I in there, liency, there's a unseen Y sound in there, right? There's no Y in the spelling, but it is when we pronounce it, there's a Y there. Resiliency. Resiliency. Don't forget that. Resiliency. The next word is demonstrated. 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 And it's a short E. You might hear it said with an I, short I sound, but either way, demonstrated. The first syllable is stressed. Demonstrated. And that STR, a lot of times that TR spelling will be pronounced like a CH. So instead of saying sturated, we're doing strated, strated, demonstrated. The market has demonstrated resiliency this year. And faster. The market has demonstrated resiliency this year. Next word, represents, represents. That one is definitely a short E, represents. And then the next syllable is a long E, represents. And then the next E is like a short I. Represents. You might hear represents, but usually we're pronouncing it represents, represents. The syllable stress is on the third syllable. Represents, represents. Growth, growth. This one can be tricky for some people because of the W and then the TH. So, O, your lips round for the OW, grow, and then your tongue has to come out a little bit for the TH. Growth, growth, growth. This represents our growth over the last 2 months. And faster? This represents our growth over the last 2 months.